Now, how about them damn Celtics?
And we are back with another episode or video. How about them Celtics video? Draft scouting. Today looking at Henri Veesaar out of North Carolina, a big man. Another big man. I think we've looked at a few now. It's probably one of the top positions of needs that we'll end up looking at this summer. According to the Ringers guide, he is 6'11", 0.25. He's listed as a 4. He could probably end up playing some center at 6'11". He's 22 years old, 227. They have him ranked 18th on their board. I've seen mocks where he falls to the Celtics. I think it's a pretty wide range, pretty open range after you get past the top 8 or so. So I think anything could happen. But Henri Veesaar is who we're looking at today. He's a solid shooter, good rebounder at North Carolina this season. He averaged 17 points, 8.7 rebounds, 2 assists, shot 42.6% from 3-on-3 a game. They have him compared to Vooch, ironically, Muscala, Myers Leonard, Thomas Bryant, and Jay Huff. So we have to look at some of the defensive stuff, but a floor spacing center is the kind of archetype you're looking for if you draft a guy like Henri Veesaar.
Vooch replacement has been found. Thank the heavens. The Celtics will have something to look forward to. I have not done pre-research on Henri Veesaar. This will be my first time learning about him. I'm taking a look at various scouting reports right now. He does seem like he's pretty versatile, which is a very upsidey thing for him as an offensive fit in Boston. He actually has athleticism to finish around the basket too, which is a little differentiator from Vooch, who is a very below the rim type of player. You can see him taking off, slamming home a roll dunk through traffic there, which is a good thing. It feels like he has a lot of transferable skills just from the brief glimpse I've gotten, and could be somebody that they put developmental time into and could help them fill their front court in the near future. I don't know if he's a year one guy, but does a lot of things that you hope that their big guy could do.
I'll tell you this. I've watched 33 seconds of Henri Veesaar, and I'm already seen him do things that Vooch could not do this year. So I'll use that as a positive.
Dunk the ball in front of the rim.
Dunk the ball in front of the rim. Jump a second time to block a shot instead of just staying on your feet. I've seen some okay things so far. He looks significantly taller. Like, he's listed at 6'11". Like, I think on the court in shoes, he's going to be a 7-foot.
Looks like Wemby.
Yeah, which is something the Celtics kind of lack right now. He doesn't seem to be the most athletic guy, but he's playing pretty hard. I mean, he looks like a hustle guy for you. He looks like a guy who can do a little bit of everything. The defense, I think, if I assume with a guy who is so talented offensively, is probably one of his weaker roles, but I mean, he looks solid.
I'll read some of the intel from Kevin O'Connor. This is the Yahoo mock draft. Strength, versatile rim protection, super active shot blocker, both when he's directly involved in actions and as a help defender. He has excellent timing. He can block shots using either hand. Some of his best blocks came when he was asked to hedge out on the perimeter, and then had the agility to recover in the paint. If he can maintain his quickness, even as he has muscle, agility, he could be a good switching big. Now, one of the concerns, one, strength, fairly lean, gets pushed around, whether on the boards or in the post. So that's something to monitor. But defensive discipline, he gets himself into foul trouble by reaching for blocks and finding himself out of position. It was pretty common for him to end up with 4 fouls in many games throughout his collegiate career. Last year, he averaged 2.5 fouls a game in 32 minutes. So played the majority of the time for UNC, which is a good thing. But fouls are something to watch.
Yeah, he seems to be doing a lot. It looks like North Carolina did a lot with him, for him. Like, they ran a lot of stuff through him. These are no ceilings highlights from halfway through the season, so we're gonna miss some of the later games and the tournament games. But I liked how they're sorted into scoring, playmaking, and defense, so we can get a little bit of everything from him. I mean, he looks like a pretty smart player. He's a lot of energy on the court, which I think is a good thing. The part about him being a potentially solid switch defender is probably the most promising thing I've heard or seen about him. I think if you're drafting a big this year, you want, excuse me, you want someone who can bring you something different than what you already have, right? And if you can get this guy, and I think Luka Garza is great. I don't necessarily think you can depend on him to play a ton of minutes. So getting another floor spacing big, I think, is good. Getting someone who can pass, I think, is good. And it looks like he's pretty comfortable making plays. He's comfortable-ish out of the post. I mean, if he can be agile enough to switch on defense and stuff like that, I think that's valuable too. He looks like he is already has the tools to be a solid scorer, which is something that you don't really have at the big man position right now, unless you're playing 2K with Luka Garza.
Yeah, and for what it's worth, Veesaar transfers to UNC for his senior season after 2 seasons with Arizona. Plays his freshman year hardly, only averages 7 minutes a game. Redshirts as a sophomore. Junior year goes up to 21 minutes a game, starts 5 games out of 37, 9.4 and 5 points with a block a game. And then he takes this huge leap in terms of importance at UNC, 17 points a game, 8.7 rebounds a game, 1.2 blocks. The improvement is there. I talk about this almost every time we do a draft prospect video. I think there's a real determination from Veesaar to get better, which is a really important skill to have as you're going to the NBA, where there are some, I wouldn't say obvious deficiencies, but like any kid coming out of college is going to have to get better if they want to be a super effective NBA player for a long time. You have to add muscle. You have to get in the gym. You have to fine tune your skills, even if you're the number 1 pick in the draft. Never mind if you're somebody who's projected to be going late in the first round. And I think that says a lot. For what it's worth, transferring to the ACC isn't like an easy thing. The Big 12 is a tremendous basketball conference too, but the ACC this season had 8 teams in the tournament, so they were playing competitive basketball there. And he went and took on the challenge pretty well, though UNC did not. Oh, they did make the tournament. They just lost out early, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think they did make the tournament. It is worth noting he played with a very good player in the front court next to him. Caleb Wilson is projected to go 4th in the draft this year. Not saying that should be a knock on Henri Veesaar, but it is something to note as you're looking at like, oh, what was he able to do defensively? When you play next to a really good defender, it's a lot easier to be good defensively, which he would be playing next to plenty of good defenders in Boston. So I don't think that's necessarily a problem, but it is something to note. He looks pretty active around the basket here. He's switching out. He's communicating. He's helping from the weak side. I mean, the fouling definitely is something you look for with younger bigs. And it's something that I know you mentioned was in some of the scouting reports, but he just, oh my God, he just caught the ball. Yeah, interesting. I don't know. He's definitely interesting.
I mean, fouling is definitely a weak point when you're thinking about the immediate impact of a player like this in the NBA. But I forget who it was that emailed us, or it might have been something that you just brought up. Think of the way the Celtics bigs have had to develop over the years. So like Rob comes in as a rookie. He's very undisciplined, wants to block shots. He's jumpy. It took him a while to figure out exactly when to utilize his athleticism and when it's better to be patient. Same could be said for Nemi. And even Luke Cornett had to get better at timing everything up and being a versatile big in terms of being a more stout defender, getting away from the three-point shooting and developing his game as a screen and roll guy. Screening is also a noted weak point on Veesaar, according to Kevin O'Connor. He loves to slip screens. The NBA required him to set hard screens more often than he does at the college level, which if you want to tie in his 227-pound frame, it does make sense that he is not setting brick wall screens at this point in his career.
Yes.
And you want to see the bigs in Boston do that because that's traditionally been a way that they've gotten themselves involved in the offense.
Yes. I'm going to play this game of North Carolina versus Duke. You guys may or may not see it, depending on if they allow us to post the video. Oh, this is a full game. Yeah, why is it starting off with... It says full game replay, but then it starts with 13 minutes left in the first. Okay, well, it's also a terrible angle, but we're going to rock with it because I think Duke is a high-level team, so it's good to see him against high-level competition. But Veesaar's in the middle here, number 13. We're just going to watch a couple minutes and see how he does in a full game setting because I think it's good to see those types of things. So,
yeah. So we got him at the top of the key. I mean, does a good job of spacing the floor, doesn't get in the way, seems to stay in his spot. Important stuff.
Defensively, yeah, it does just look like they're keeping him around the basket. I mean, he's just guarding his guy here, but
Looks like they're in man, yeah. Decent box out, I guess.
I mean, that's you're not going to get a Veesaar play on every.
We did get
possession.
a screen assist there.
Screen assist is true. I don't know.
Good help.
Good help over.
But
Then
nobody
he got killed on
rotated
the
to
back.
help him out.
Yeah, that's the danger of helping. But I don't think that was necessarily his fault. He does look big though. Like 6'11" measurement is no joke.
Oh,
Ooh, they missed him. They
we
missed
should
him.
have just got a lob.
They missed him. They missed him bad. I guess that was a tough pass to make because on the other side of the floor. But
If you want to criticize this possession, he didn't do a great job at sealing, so he get the post catch. But he was in the way enough to allow the catch in the paint for his teammate.
that is Evans.
Evans is 3, I
No,
think.
he's down there. Yeah, I don't know who that
Yeah,
was.
there he is. Pink shoes.
Where's our guy? No, he's coming. I was looking for Veesaar.
He's laboring up and down the court.
Yeah, that doesn't
Really
look great.
The athletic. That looked like Booch.
Travel. Attaboy, ref. Attaboy. That did look like Vooch. The laboring up and down. I wonder how much of an impact that is. He looks like a hustle guy. Oh, he's already off the court. He's already off.
Yep.
They took him
8
off.
minutes in,
Okay.
though. Big guy's got little
You're
stamina bars. For what it's worth, he did play at Real Madrid.
Okay.
Something to think about. I think someone in one of our emails mentioned that, by the way. So shout out to whoever that was. But little Ugo friend, or maybe Ugo hates him. Ugo.
I don't think he played with Ugo. I don't think he played with Ugo. Because Ugo was at Real Madrid. He is older. I think he was before Ugo's time. I think I looked it up. They never played together.
Okay.
But
Ugo was still there since he was a little baby.
Yeah.
Probably knows him. Doesn't mean he played though. I have to text him that.
We'll watch more full game stuff at the when on our own time, or you guys can go do it. Okay, let me pull up the tier list so we can do that and get out of here. This is what we have so far for the tier list. We have Zuby at edge of 4 A. We have Terrace Reed and Christian Anderson at B, and we have Isaiah Evans in C. Where would you put Henri Veesaar? I think he's probably. See, I didn't get to watch the Terrace Reed tape, so I need to go back and collect my thoughts on him. I think if I'm just looking at, I'm not putting him here. If I'm looking at these two guys and I'm saying, who do I think can help the team more next year? I think I believe in Zuby more as a switchable big, and that might differentiate slightly more. But I think I like Veesaar better than Christian Anderson, if that makes sense.
I was gonna put Veesaar right next to Zuby. I think they're 1A, 1B for me. I think he is probably better than Terrace Reed. He looks like he has quicker bounce than Terrace Reed does. And not to say Terrace Reed isn't a good player, and Terrace Reed, much like Veesaar, improved throughout college, really took a leap when he was thrust into or earned the starting spot at UConn this year. And I think that's something that we shouldn't discount, especially considering they went to the national championship. And he had moments in that game where he was decent. I don't think it was his best game, but still had like a big steal as they were trying to come back late in the game. Like, he does give you a unique disruptiveness on the perimeter for a big guy, but I think Veesaar has more skills. I don't know. Let us know what you think in the comments of that, because I could be wrong. I think there is some awkwardness. I think Reed is a better screen setter. There are ups and downs to each, as there are for all late round picks.
Yeah, you're not getting a perfect prospect this late in the draft. I don't mind Veesaar going behind Zuby and A. I still think Zuby is probably the favorite guy that I've looked at so far, but it's close. So we can leave it there. Let us know what you guys think. Appreciate your opportunity, and leave a like, subscribe, and I'll say I'm taking it out.
Hey, thank you very much for listening and watching. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. We're here every single day with new stuff. Full pods Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. Game recaps morning each game. Other videos are here in between to keep you up to date with all things Celtics. You can find the two of us here on Spotify and Apple as well. All pods and recaps there. Leave a 5-star review. Tell your friends. We'd appreciate that. You can email us, hbtcpod@gmail.com. Tell us what prospects you're most excited about heading into the draft. We would love to hear from you. hbtcpod@gmail.com. Our socials are at How About Them C's, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook's name of the pod. All streams are there. They're on YouTube. They're on Twitter. Jack's Twitter's Jack's1NBA. Mine's at Sam LaFrance. That's it for us. Bye.
Taco, come on.
Taco's
Taco.
having some fun here.
That is bogus. These guys are ridiculous.